Hello. You. Hello. Oh, isn't it? Is it not? I'm checking. Seems to be working on my end. OBS says I'm sending. Ah, shit. I'll just quickly exit because I might get the live back. Test. Can you hear me? Weird. Okay. Well, as long as it works. So, how have you been? Still, you know, still being miffed about not getting your game earlier? Understandable if they promised you to deliver it earlier and you paid through the nose for it. I didn't really pay anything extra, and I'm getting it on the 13th. Oh, I don't want to rub it in. Admittedly, I'm at the age where I don't really care that much about getting a game a few days early, as in, oh, I'll play it on the weekend anyway. That's true. That's probably the most important part about it. Well, the extra part about, you know. Ooh, what does orange mean? Orange is new. I guess it's some kind of variation on the combat thingy. Yeah. That's true. I hope they're giving you good stuff. So, admittedly, I bought my game off a key reseller, but a reseller I've bought from often, so I'm not really worried. I think they're pretty trustworthy. But I'll get it on the 13th, and that's a Tuesday, isn't it? It's 5 days from now. It's a Tuesday. Well, no idea if I'll be able to play on that day, but I kind of want to give it a go when I get it, you know. We'll see. Yeah. Which probably means I'll end up playing after the regular release anyway. Maybe a few hours early or something, I don't know. So, yeah. Turns out that that's not all that important for me then. Understandable. Well, I kind of want to play it when it's new too. Well, I guess you'll have quite a bit of free time to play it yourself. You'll probably just progress through it faster than I do, and we'll see. You know, you could just you probably play early, you know, so you don't have to beat the entire game before you start playing here, right? That's what I was getting at. Okay. Oh. Well, I'll take it. Well, mostly at least. I don't know about all these extra mods. I don't think we're going to play on your suicidal difficulty though. That's probably too much for casual enjoyment, if you know what I mean. I mean, we should probably plan on taking a little bit of setup time the first time, you know. No, you know why I've never really done anything modding wise, so yeah, I just saw it. I just saw you two talking about it. So we might want to hear the others' input on it before we completely finalize the decision, you know? Oh, okay. Well, then the only question probably is about extra submods. I saw you had a full list, and I have no idea how... I have no idea about any of them, so... not sure how much we should put in. What's just... quality of life mods, what's actually changing stuff, you know? Okay, well then we can probably decide on that pretty quickly. We just should do it as a group decision. Also, it's probably not a bad idea to have everyone around for the setup process, since everyone needs to download the same mods, so we can just all do it together anyway. And we should try if I host, if you could connect, you know? That is not necessarily a given due to weird local internet providers. Well, well, if you host, maybe. So you could be our plan B for hosting. Well, then you probably won't be able to say if you can connect to my stuff. You know, if my connection doesn't allow out the incoming, you know, incoming connections, you wouldn't be able to connect, and it's not based on your setup. Crap. I have been looking into a few small solutions. So first of all, if we all play through Steam, that should be a lot easier, since Steam tends to circumvent these issues. Also, supposedly there are some kind of weird hosting services that basically allow you to do some sort of network tunneling to a thingy that basically you can kind of loan out an external address, and it doesn't do anything but maintain a connection to you and tunnel people through. So that might be a plan B. And plan C is just to have somebody else host. I think if all else fails, we would also have the option to just cheaply rent a server. Kinda, yeah. I'd use it as a last resort, because then we'd have to shell out money, and if I can help it, I'd rather save it. But if we need to, I'll do it. Well, again, does he have a public IPv4? It's not a hardware problem. It's just a network infrastructure problem, you know. Nope, absolutely not. In Europe, that is not the norm. You only have you have to pay extra for that, and that's usually considered a business option. Maybe, I think so. That is, well, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that effectively Steam will just tunnel through everything. So if no, that's absolutely not what I mean. That still only works if your network can actually allow incoming connection. I'm really talking about a different issue here. The thing is this: I do not have a public IPv4 or IPv6. It goes like this: if I connect to a website, I connect to a gateway server of the network provider. He goes to that website for me and just maintains a tunnel, so he remembers what connection is mine. And if you try to connect from the outside, so let's say I set up a server without Steam or anything on my computer, and you try to connect to me, and I give you my in quotes IPv4 or 6 even. You get the IP of the gateway server, you try to connect, and then the gateway server of the internet provider says, "I'm not playing any games, fuck off. You're not getting into my internal network." It's effectively a a larger version of how you set up your home network with a router between you and the internet. Just imagine that port forwarding does not exist. You're not the admin, your dad doesn't let you port forward, and you don't have the password. Still, that doesn't change anything. Terraria does not change what my internet provider does. If I set up if I set this stuff up, it's, well, again, that's just a rights issue. No matter if I host a game in Terraria or open up my world, all that does is tell the program running on my local computer to accept incoming connections. But I'm still getting filtered. Yeah, it doesn't matter if my computer allows you to join, if there's a big old internet firewall between us. Well, Steam is doing something different. What Steam is doing is basically like this. If you play through Steam, you are not blindly joining a server. You are telling Steam that you have a server running, you maintain a connection to Steam, and everyone else joins to Steam, not to you. And then Steam just relays the data, and it's a connection that you opened to Steam. That's the difference. So it's an outgoing connection for me. So I can have outgoing connections, but not incoming connections. And Steam is basically just throwing out a little line through the gateway that you're just attaching to my outgoing connection. If I just run a software on my computer and you try to join by yourself, that doesn't work. So effectively, you're basically telling Steam that you want to join my game, and then my computer actively pulls you in. Simplified. And that is different, because that's an action my computer and my connection initiate. No, that's you're just getting luxury stuff. That is how effectively routers by default work. That is basically just a bubble. Sorry. That is basic network security stuff. Effectively, it's just that you know, if they have to do the IPv6 stuff. Back in the day, you could just port forward because you're not sharing IPv4s. But nowadays it doesn't work. It's just you have a privileged position, because you get all the IPs of a continent to yourself, and of course the original infrastructure of the internet just has assigned the majority of the internet to you. But that's not a technology problem. That's basically just I don't know. Tell the Worldwide IP Commission to not be dicks to us. I know that is basically amazing technology to circumvent these artificial limitations, I'd say. Yeah. So yeah, basically the idea behind stuff like tunneling software like VPNs and stuff are basically similar. You have some kind of server running in the open, some kind of little program, and that has to be something that is openly accessible, like Steam, and effectively you're all just connecting to that little concierge thingy, and it just connects you all together on your outgoing connections. At least that's my limited understanding of it. I've tried hosting a few games on my local PC, and basically I accidentally learned about all this networking stuff. Yeah, okay. I just have the voice chat channel open in the background. I'll look at it later. Yeah, I hope that will just work, but we're kind of limited to well, Terraria is available outside of Steam, right? So if someone has it not on Steam, it might be that we can't just use Steam. I'm not sure if the game's available anywhere else. I don't know. GOG. I don't know. Sometimes there's crossplay, sometimes there's not. I don't know. Depends on the game. Oh. I mean, there could be reasons. Maybe it was on sale somewhere else. I have plenty of games on GOG. Admittedly, mostly retro games that aren't available on Steam, but still. I don't know how many of us are actually still students. That might be a lot of money for someone. I don't know. You know, you're not exactly the representative student, you know? You're not exactly the average. Back when I was a kid, that would have been considered, well, depending on age, maybe that's a month's or like half a month's allowance, you know? For some people. I don't know. Just saying. Eh. I mean, it wasn't always $10. It used to be 30. I think I bought it for 20 or 30. I think. I might remember wrong, but I think it used to be more expensive. So, there are a lot of games that have Steam Workshop support, but still offer their mods inside and outside of Steam. It's just that for the Steam version you have the option of using it. Oh, I got it amazingly early. I don't know. Literally years ago? Let me check. Well, I will have to dig through insane amounts of like Steam receipts, but looking at the version history, I think I bought it somewhere in between versions 1.02 or so. So I've literally played this thing for 15 years. I bought it new release when it was new. Yeah. I played it back then, and it had a lot less features back then, so, well, I just kind of played through the regular stuff, beat the wall of flesh, and was like, oh, okay, I'm done. That's it. That's the game. I don't know, 2 or 3 playthroughs, maybe? But still, when Wall of Flesh was the end. I think I've touched it once when it was new and thought it was unnecessarily grindy and hard. So I'm aware it exists, but no. That wasn't there yet when I played the game. You know? Yeah, that is true. My Steam account might be from... Oh, let me think. Our last 3 years of school are mixed classes. I know I played together with a friend when we still had separate classes. So yeah, it has to be at least from 2005. Maybe even a bit earlier. It was just after the release of the Orange Box. That's what I made a Steam account for the Orange Box. And also, that's about as how long I've been lurking around on 4chan. So I think I'm a proper old user, you know. Yeah. Let me check. When did the Orange Box? Oh, there you go. Yep, it's almost older than you. You know what? Just so we finish the game before before the new game releases, I'll leave this to the side. It only gives me cosmetics. We might come back in the end with complete free travel, if there's time left before the release. I don't know. I just saw how far I got with that extra life I had, and since then I haven't even been able to get half that far. So either I'll be stuck here again for 5 hours and lower the difficulty, or we'll play the game. Well, just one more go then. Possibly. Fucking hate art trials. Oof. Well, I got a lot farther this time. Fine, I'll give it another shot. Right. Eh. It's not a good try anyway. Let's just go for one more, because it's getting close on 10 PM and well, mostly been doing this thing. Maybe we can do some actual progress today. Just give it one more good try, you know? This is a bad try. Ah, shit. Oh, maybe I'm just already a little too tired today for this. I'll put this to the side. If we have time left after beating the game, maybe we'll give it another go. Okay? Okay. Try that. Okay. Probably want to use it on them very, very much. So, are they giving me one to train right now, or not? Apparently not. Oh, oops. Ah. Can you not, you stupid big thing? Whew. What just happened? Just take a completely different route? What?
Location. The gate to move locked in.
So... Oh, that's it already. Well, okay. Guess we can start the next level then. Yeah, I just kind of... Well, yeah, I just thought that's it. I kind of expected like a big fight in there or something. I just hopped around a little bit and walked out. Apparently not. I expected one. You're probably remembering the master level then?
You have the key to the gate of the room. I will mark its location. This is the only way into the location. Darkwood will be there waiting for you.
Ew. Ew. That sounds problematic. That sounds like a shit enemy. Just the description read like a load of absolute bullshit. Well, I think I just punched the one they had here right in the face and got rid of him. They're basically green versions of the purple teleporty guys, right? I should be able to recognize those. Apparently the best way to get rid of them is just to punch them in the face. I think I can do that.
Caution. Doomslayer sighting confirmed. Please save and exit your workspaces.
I mean, he probably it sounded like he has to tag me first with this little shitty poison nonsense, so I guess I have one chance to just take him out while he tries to start his little song and dance. So yeah, if I notice he's around, I guess I can get rid of him immediately. Or just avoid him until I have a punch ready. I'll try to, though admittedly I try to let nothing hit me and I'm only moderately successful, you know? Eek! Where are you, you little shit? Okay. Too much going on. That was a waste. What a shame. Ah, shit. That was a complete waste. Well, let's deal again then. So he's part of the second wave or something like that, I guess. Should expect him to pop up after I've killed him. There he is! Huh? Oh, I just stepped into something big. Oh. Kinda hope the hammer would not be pulled through that attack. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting messages on my phone. Yep. I'm still kind of thinking in the background. Well, I do kind of want to beat at least the regular stuff before the new game comes out. But maybe we only have tomorrow left for that. I mean, are you here tomorrow? Yeah, sure. Because I was thinking, the game comes out on Tuesday. I'm not sure what we're doing on Monday yet. Maybe we still have Monday, but yeah, it's not that much time until it comes out. Dang it. I think I'll give it one more good go. It's already 10:30. I should be looking at my bed soon, so let's give it one more good go and then see how it goes. That's not a... Might as well just drop off. It's not 10:30 yet. That was kind of a shit try. Just one more. Just one more. Guess I'm getting too tired for this today. Sorry. I'll try again tomorrow. Oh. Ow. Well then, good night. Bye.